This week on Then You Don't Stop, we're in Oakland, California, continuing our conversation on the origins of the Black Panther Party. And we have more words and music from MC K Swift on Rooftop Live.
So JR, can you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here in this wall?
Well, this is one of the biggest tributes to the Black Panther Party that we have in Oakland. It is basically a mural, you could say, of the different newspaper covers that were designed by people like Emory Douglas, the Minister of Culture of the Black Panthers, as well as Bobby Seale, one of the other co-founders. He was the head of the newspaper. And so you could tell through cartoons, as well as pictures, a lot of the leaders in the community, as well as the solidarity that the Black Panthers showed with other communities. The anti-imperialist, Angela Davis, many people think of Angela Davis as being a Black Panther, but she was actually with the Communist Party. And she was somebody who did something monumental by bringing the Black Panthers and working with the Communist Party, but no one giving up their sovereignty, but being able to have a principled relationship. So, you know, the Black Panthers pride themselves on the fact that, you know, they did the Free the Latino 7. And Emory said they gave the cover to him 2 or 3 times to help them fight their case. The Native American cause, you know, the Black Panthers was all over that. AIM, American Indian Movement, but also in line with the history with people like Geronimo and Sitting Bull and them. But then you also see people like Fred Hampton, you know, Huey meeting with Arafat. The son of W.E.B. Du Bois, who was also a Black Panther. You know, George Jackson and the prison movement. You know, the Panther 21 in New York, that included Tupac's mother. So, you know, he was in San Quentin. They was in New York fighting for their life. So, I mean, you can see how the Black Panthers was all over the map.
We're here on 55th and Market. We continue with our boy, JR, People's Minister of Information. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of where we're standing right now?
We are under the first stoplight that was initiated by the Black Panther Party. One of their first campaigns was to get a stoplight in this area because children were getting injured and killed going across this street, and the city of Oakland wasn't responding because it was a Black neighborhood. So the Black Panther Party came out with safety patrols for a year or two, and eventually the city responded because the Black Panther Party was basically showing them up. And we're telling them this is what the citizens of this city need. Look at the people that are being killed, and demand it for a long time. So they had to comply.
What's the condition of this neighborhood right now? Like, what are some of the issues that this community is dealing with?
Highly gentrified. It's definitely not the same neighborhood that Bobby Seale lived in when he helped to start the Black Panther Party. This is 55th, he's from 57. It used to be a lot of Black, more professional, well-off people. Now a lot of whites have gentrified it. UC Berkeley and its activities have also helped to gentrify it. Right now the population of Berkeley is 1% Black, where this used to be a Black neighborhood. So that means 99% other is being brought into a city that had a large population of Black people.
Does the process of gentrification and like the diminish of Black businesses in the area start with what you were sharing earlier about the BART? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, BART was built the main BART station was the West Oakland BART station, and it was built on 7th, which was Black downtown Oakland at the time. That's like the main artery. That was like a business area in the residential area. So Black people didn't even have to go downtown to get money or to work because Black people were self-sufficient, very much like what you were saying, like Harlem. Black people came to this area in three major places. They came through West Oakland, to the shipyards. They came to Hunters Point, to the shipyards, and to Richmond, to the shipyards. And that was during World War II. And so the people in West Oakland congregated right there on 7th Street. The Temptations used to come through there. Esther's Orbit Room you could read about in Revolutionary Suicide. Huey talks a lot about it. Anybody famous that was coming through the Bay Area that was Black would go through 7th Street if they wanted to hang out. So what the city of Oakland did was built a BART station, took up a whole lot of acres, used eminent domain to not pay the people market price for their land, And then it built the biggest post office in Oakland. It takes up a whole bunch of square blocks, so those businesses and people had to be displaced. To be very honest, the BART station and the post office could have been anywhere. But they put it there for strategic reasons to crush the economic center of the black community.
Our leader, Africa Bambaataa, has always talked about this important fifth element of hip-hop being knowledge. Talk a little bit about the importance of imparting that element of hip-hop culture on the young people in a time where they're trying to standardize our thoughts.
Indeed. I mean, hip-hop culture is an extension of black culture, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely, you know, was a point in time when black and brown brothers and sisters were coming together and expressing ourselves artistically and digging into our own cultural roots in new ways via the technology that was coming out at the time. And, you know, knowledge itself has always been a part of that, whether we're talking about, you know, the movements with, from Marcus Garvey on to, you know, Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Science Temple, all into, you know, the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Gods and Earths, all of these different movements that come out of, you know what I'm saying, the black community, and definitely always engaged with the arts, you know what I'm saying, and utilize the arts to express ourselves, you know what I mean? I mean, we see that even in the, you know, the political imagery and the work of Emory Douglas with the Black Panther Party, you know, so knowledge must be present within artistic expression, because if the arts aren't cultural, then I don't know what it is.
And just to expand on that, because, you know, we know that the Black Panthers came out of here of Oakland. Tell us a little bit about what you've seen of their legacy still surviving here in this area in Oakland.
Most def. It's been really good to have the opportunity to talk to elders and also, you know, children who were impacted. I mean, they're now adults, you know what I'm saying, who were impacted by the young people who comprised the Black Panther Party in its infancy. And just the level of deep political analysis that's common out here is very motivating and inspiring. And also, you know, I'm learning a lot every day.
Internationally, you've had the chance to travel with Africa Bambaataa throughout the world. You got to tell me, man, what's your favorite spot you've been to and the crowd, where the crowd has most received y'all outside of the United States?
Probably Madrid. Madrid was off the hook, you know what I mean? We did like an arena, so it was huge. I never saw, you know, I had never been on such a large stage before. And, you know, it was dope just getting the B-boys to come up out the crowd on stage, B-boys and B-girls coming up, getting down, you know, and it was just real live, a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? People started exchanging gifts with us after the show. Oh, you know, I want you to have this, I want you to have that kind of thing. So that was real fresh to experience.
And tell me if you can, I know it's hard to narrow it down, but one valuable lesson that you have gained from having the opportunity to travel and to build and perform with somebody like Africa Bambaataa.
Just seeing that music is truly a universal language, you know what I'm saying, and opening up to really seeing what music is and how throughout various spiritual traditions we always see the drum, you know what I'm saying. That's something that like indigenous people of the world have always had, is the drum. At the heart of every culture, the drum has come first, and you know, and that's reminding us of not only our mother through whose womb we were born, but also the, you know, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And just to be in tune with that, you know, is where we should all be striving to be, on the one with the drum of the Mother Earth. I don't drink as much as I once did, and nowadays I barely hit a kid. I'm trying to be in touch with my true self. Underneath substances, my presence is too stealth. I feel like I be acting out of character, lowering my level, tripping, hanging on the banister. I've done too many nights on autopilot, bleeding in the streets when I could've just avoided violence. And plus my cash flow be leaking out. Being broke to have my mind 2 steps from freaking out. Thinking about black gloves, black mask, black hoodie, black slacks, black gap, black bag shit. Now that's a twisted path for my thoughts to go. I need a new direction, I'll be speaking to my oracle. Meditate in darkness till I start to feel my aura glow. Then my inner being gives a message that I ought to know. Man, fuck this city, we done been here too long, we had enough of this city. Even though we love this city, gotta get the fuck out, we can't trust this city. Man, fuck this city, we done been here too long, we had enough of this city. Even though we love this city, gotta get the fuck out, we can't trust this city. The spirit of New York died on 9/11. Just to bring it back, I'm hitting JFK to fly to heaven. I found paradise on Costa Rican shores, while all these little hipsters taking welcome to the ghetto tours. No metaphors, real spit poetry. Most of these scenesters were not bred locally. Hopefully it changes soon. Yeah, right, guess again. More and more the native people are a rare specimen. The irony in me not being Iroquois. I gotta listen closer to the spirits for a clearer voice. Try to block the city out, but I can hear the noise. Frustrated to the point that leaders staying nowhere near a choice. That's the pickle that I'm living in. A big sour apple, I can smell the shit it's dripping in. It's why my style's more like sewage, juxtaposed against the way I flip the clear water fluid. Man, fuck this city, we done been here too long, we had enough of this city. Even though we love this city, gotta get the fuck out, we can't trust this city. Man, fuck this city, we done been here too long, we had enough of this city. Even though we love this city, gotta get the fuck out, we can't trust this city.